Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about how CNA work affects my health. And if you're wondering why I'm not like in video form, it's because I'm on break at work and I'm sitting in my car, so then I don't have to be inside dealing with crazy people. Because I'm not on the trach unit tonight. I'm on the long-term care side and it's kind of rough tonight. But anyways, CNA work affects my body differently depending on like my patient assignment, what unit I'm on, if I have any get-ups, and also like the weight of the patients. Because I noticed that when I deal with patients or residents, just so you guys know, I say patients a lot. Patients can be residents or patients, but I tend to call them patients. So when I have patients who are obese or overweight, I tend to have a really hard time just physically dealing with them because of my MS and sometimes, because of my nerve pain and neuropathy, I sometimes can't feel like my fingertips or like different parts of my body will end up going numb. So that's a little scary. But when I'm having like a really rough day at work, I just ask one of the other CNAs for help. Most of the time I'm on the trach unit, and when I work on the trach unit, there are no other CNAs that work over there right now because our census on the trach unit is not high enough to need more than one CNA over there. I don't know. As far as how else it affects me, it affects me in a lot of different ways. As far as not being able to get very much sleep, because I do work midnights. I work 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So sometimes trying to sleep with that going on is difficult because the people who live in the apartment above mine are not quiet, which is totally rude, and I don't understand why they don't understand how rude it is because the husband gets home from work at the same time that I do. I don't know. Other ways that it affects me is it stresses me out sometimes, especially if I have like a really difficult patient assignment, and stress exacerbates my symptoms, especially with my MS. Stress makes everything like 10 times worse. So I try not to let it get to me. I try to, if I'm having like a super frustrating night, I try to make it so that I don't have to just constantly deal with it. Like I will take a step back and I will figure out a way to calm down and like walk away from the situation, so to speak, just so that I'm not like constantly dealing with the aggravation. Like tonight, for example, there is a patient who has a colostomy and it's leaking. And this person had asked me to tell the nurse because obviously I can't change, the ostomy dressing and all that. I can empty the colostomy bag, but I can't, take it off and put a new one on. And so I've told the nurse about 5 times already, and she hasn't done anything. She's just sat there. Like, he also asked for pain medicine. I told her about that when my shift first started. I told her about that. So he has constantly been on his light tonight, which I can't really blame him. But having to deal with him being on his light constantly is a little aggravating. And it was stressing me out. So I kind of just took a walk around the building. And like I said, now since I'm on my lunch break, usually I don't go outside for my lunch break, but today I felt like it was necessary just because I felt like I needed to step off the unit completely and enjoy my little break from everything. I feel like CNA work affects everybody differently, and you definitely need to use proper body mechanics. That's very, very important, especially when you're dealing with obese people, because they will kill your back if you don't do things properly. It's just very physically exhausting, and in the past, I burned myself out doing it because I worked so much. Like, I felt like I lived at that facility. And I see other people at this facility who are doing that, and I don't understand it. But yeah, I don't plan on ever going back to that, because I know that I need my rest, and I know that, if I don't get adequate rest, I'm just going to end up like screwing myself over in the end, because I'm going to end up without a job, back in the hospital, and trying to find something to make money, and this is a good job. It's difficult, but it's very well paying, and, I'm happy here. It's not the best facility that I've ever been at, but it's not the worst either. I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say. If you have any other questions about my chronic illnesses or nursing or CNA work, how my health is doing, anything like that, let me know, and I will be sure to make a video for you guys or talk about it like I am now. And I'm sorry again that I'm having to do this, but it's dark outside because it's 2:30 in the morning, and it's dark outside at that time, but I'm sitting in the car, and that's why, because like I said, I'm not on the trach unit, so there's 2 other CNAs, a QMA, and a nurse over there, and I don't want to be like filming a video sitting in the dining room over there. But anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any other questions, or if there's any specific nursing or CNA related topics you would like me to talk about, let me know, and I'll get them filmed for you. And I will see you guys in a couple days.